You were getting the president.
Oh, what do you call it? And was it an actual mission or was it one of the side missions, so to speak?
No. Well, you can play on
That's
it
what I
on
was
Spec
thinking of.
Ops.
But you had to. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's the one where you're in that AC-130 or whatever, and then you have that guy who's down there defusing the bombs.
Yeah. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I think I remember that. I think it is.
Sky, is that what it's called? Something like that. But you know that one mission where on the campaign, when that's the mission where you're getting the president started. Whatever happened to that one guy? He was really important to the game.
Not so. Not so.
I can't think. No. It was when you were playing as the Marine Corps. I don't know. I can't think of it. Oh, do you want that?
Yeah, I was basically we were just basically standing here and talking for like a good minute. Yeah, let me make some tools and stuff. So what would you like first? Would you like a sword, a rapier, a pickaxe, an axe, a shovel? What would you like?
Well,
I was thinking about
do?
maybe a sword, maybe.
Okay, then I'll do a pickaxe. But there's just so much stuff I want to get further into.
What?
Well, I heard from multiple people that Minecraft was it Minecraft? Minecraft was made on accident, is what I heard from some people.
Possibly. I'm not quite sure about that.
Okay,
I was gonna say, have you seen the game The Last of Us, or have you played it, or?
I've seen Let's Plays on it. Whatever happened after those 20 years, I'm guessing.
Probably what I just want to know a few things actually. What happened to his? Did you just break that glass? Are you serious? Okay.
No.
What happened to Joel's wife? What happens to Ellie? Was she really immune, or was it just like her mutation to slow down the process dramatically? Because if you notice in the beginning where she shows her like bite or whatever, where her bite's discovered, it's just like a bite. It's not really infected. And like you could basically say a whole year has passed because they were in summer and stuff. So it's now like it's growing fungus.
Yeah.
So basically, was that, is she not really immune, or is it just like it's just slowed down rapidly, or?
I want to know what happened between, like I keep saying, what happened in between that 20-year jump. How did they get to that town defense area? You know what I'm talking about,
basically
the
you could basically call it like almost like a refugee camp thing.
Yeah.
How did
happened? Like,
his daughter died.
What did they do with his daughter? Yeah. What did he do? Like,
well, I mean, she was dead. I don't know if he like officially buried her, or like, is that what you're talking about? If he buried her or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, did she just leave him there? what did that police officer do with the people to that guy after she shot the kid? He shot the kid.
Yeah. What happened to? Well, how did Ellie? I mean, how did Joel and what was the girl that died or the woman that died? What was her name? Do you remember? No, I know she dies.
The black chick.
The other one.
His daughter or the
No, no, no.
other little
The
girl.
main chick, like the tough chick. Jess. Is it Jess? Is her name Jess? Yeah.
I think it's
How
like
did they meet?
Jesse or
How did they?
Jess.
Wow, Reaper. How did they come apart, or
Oh,
how did they meet?
yep. I don't know.
And then
Did they ever talk about how the black
yeah, they
girl
finally
got
made it
killed?
to
I
where
don't
they were
remember
supposed
if
to
they
go,
did.
where she was supposed to be delivered or whatever. The
The
hospital.
guns were.
So like they get there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And spoilers, by the way. They yeah.
Oh, you're recording?
I've been recording like this
Oh,
whole time. Anyway, um, like
okay.
so, they knock out Joel, or they knock out Joel because they once they try to get to the hospital, like Ellie can't swim, so she almost drowns and stuff. So anyway, they get to the hospital, and with the
Yep.
fungus, it grows around the brain. So they would basically have to kill Ellie in order to find out like a cure or whatever, or get her cells for the cure. And of course, like Joel is like, no, you're not gonna do that. That's ridiculous. And they're like, and the black chick's like, well, it's a fucking cure. I mean, she doesn't want to. Like, you can understand her point of view. Like, she doesn't want that to happen either. But it's a cure for like everything.
And
Well,
she's
not
basically
necessarily.
gonna die anyways.
We don't find out that her infection is like growing or whatever until like at the end of the game. But anyway, so anyway, they have to basically kill her, and so Joel fights his way through, and like captures her back, and the ending scene is not ending scene, but like getting out of there. You're on the elevator, and she's unconscious or whatever Ellie is, and the black chick's like, hold up, just wait a minute. Why don't you wait? You don't want to do this. This is about everybody. Just hand her over. And so Joel shoots her in the stomach, right? And puts Ellie in the truck. And then he goes back, and like the black chick's like, please don't kill me. And he's like, well, you're just gonna come looking for her, basically. So he shoots her in the face. And so then it shows him and Ellie driving. Ellie wakes up in the car, and they're driving down the road, and he just says, well, he tells her a lie, basically, that there are tons of people like her that are immune or so-called immune, and they stop looking for a cure, basically. And so then then it cuts, and you play as Ellie for a little bit, which is basically the ending scene, where you find out that you see that Ellie's infection has like spread, and you play as her, and you're near Tommy, his brother's place, so you're basically going back there. And she basically stops him and asks him if everything he said about the fireflies and shit, if it was true. And of course he's just like, yeah, it was. So that's basically how the game ends.
So I see what you're doing. You're saying what happened.
No, I'm
Basically, how
basically
did the
saying
tear stop?
I was saying like,
Right?
is Ellie immune, or is it just seemed like they thought she was immune because she's bitten, and it usually takes what, like 2 hours to turn infected or whatever, and it takes almost a year for her like
Yep.
infection to like progress, so to speak, because she's now growing fungus on that bite. So what I was saying is, well, first of all, I think they should have had like two endings. Like, if you decide to let them do the surgery on Ellie to see what would happen, like if it would be like in vain, so to speak, like or if it would have worked. But from the look, there's
Yeah,
Cole
yeah.
in the chest. But from what it seems like, if they had killed Ellie, they might have been able to like slow down the progression of somebody bitten, but I don't think it would have been like a surefire cure.
Yep. So the game itself, it was good. The worst part about the game, it was it was pretty freaking confusing. I don't plan on
I,
playing it
I honestly
myself.
thought I would
Um,
say that it might get Game of the Year. Honestly, um, however, there were some issues with the game that I saw, and I haven't even played with it. Like, some people might disagree, but like with the AI, like the AI would just run in front of like somebody who's looking for you, and they wouldn't get discovered, or there wouldn't be like a gunfight. So that was kind of weird. Also, how like they would just like if you are behind cover, they would just walk right through you.
yeah.
Which I thought was really weird, because I understand that they're saying like if the AI, like the enemies, like saw your friendly AI and they would have started shooting, that would have been like hard as hell. And something just
Crashed. I kind of saw was kind of what you said, but you know that scene when you're going to the fireflies and you gotta kill all of them at all of them positions where you gotta kill like so and so
I think so, yeah.
yeah, that was pretty bugged too. Like you would run, like literally, like run, and they won't even notice you. Like for you can hear the footsteps pretty well in that game.
Yeah, because of the list,
It,
like of the listen mode or whatever.
yeah, and it wouldn't they hear that? I mean,
I mean, yeah, like there were some bugs in the game. I'm not gonna say that, but I think the thing about it was it made up for it so much story wise and atmospheric wise. Like, I was watching this guy play through it, and the thing about it was like it was just you. I guess you could figure like once they started talking normally, that was when like you were past all the clickers and stuff. But there were still instances where they would like duck and stuff because they weren't sure if that was like the end of like that scene or whatever. Like you would have to go through stuff. Also, like just the story period. Like in the beginning, it's like him and his daughter, and then like all of a sudden the shit happens, and like he kills his neighbor. That's the first point right there. Then it's like when Tess comes to terms with like she's bitten and she's going to hold him off and she's basically going to die. That's you could like see it in their faces. So
um,
story wise, it's really really good. Um, if they could fix those two bugs, basically, I think that the game would probably be a 10 out of 10.
I still don't think so.
I think so. I'm also looking forward to their isn't it Sleeping Dogs? Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
that's already out though.
No, not Sleeping Dogs. Is it Watchdog? Shit. It's the one. It's the one where he's like where you have control. You can like control like the traffic lights and stuff and hack and shit. Do you know what I'm talking
Sounds
about?
like BioShock, but
No,
it's not
no,
BioShock.
no. It's definitely not Bioshock. It's almost like it's hard to explain without actually. Well, okay. Well, that's another game that looks really good.
I got a good question.
Mm.
What do you think about the Xbox One and the PS4?
Uh. Well, the thing what they were going to do with the Xbox One, which is kind of a weird name, but whatever. I really don't care. Instead of it being like with the Xbox 360, you could play Xbox games on it. Instead of them doing that, you could download 2 free games a month from like the Xbox 360, or they were Xbox 360 titles, which is kind of cool. It's just a little weird.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why did server went down again?
Oh, I wasn't even on it.
Oh.
Oh,
I got a question.
okay.
Oh, go ahead. I forgot you.
No, I was thinking about but the PS4. I need to read up a little bit more on that because I really wasn't concerned about that. Oh, another thing too is that have you seen? So you've seen the consoles themselves, right?
Yes.
They look surprisingly a lot alike. It's really, really weird.
I think that. Keep going. I want to see what you say. Go ahead.
No, I just think that they look alike.
Oh, I see. I either thinking about going with the PS4, either go with the PS4 or just stick with PC.
Why not Xbox?
I don't know. The only thing I think that was cool about it is they added a new bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that stuck out to me. I heard that it might be pretty buggy too.
Well, to be honest, with all consoles, there's going to be like when they first release them, there's always going to be a problem. Like with the Xbox, people were just getting red rings of death for like the first 2 months or however many months when it first came out. Same thing with the PS3. If I'm not mistaken, the PS3 was free internet, or you could play online for free. I think they've changed that now, so that you actually have to pay for to play online. Yeah.
I heard the internet, like, obviously the people like who have an Xbox for say, and the people who have a PS3, you'll ask them like, and tell me if I'm wrong, but you'll ask them like, hey, is the Xbox better than the PS4? And people like, let's say because I have an Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say, for an example, the Xbox is better, just because I have an Xbox.
Yeah.
And people always do that. Like, I don't know.
To be honest, at this point, there are 2 things that I can understand, and it's like it's the 2 things that I understand it's kind of like a two sides of the same coin. Like multi-platform. You know how they release games multi-platform, and then
Yeah.
they still have the games for the Xbox, but for the Xbox or for the PS3, like Halo and stuff. I kind of want to see that kind of like faded out a little bit more, because I kind of feel like if you have like an Xbox One or whatever it is just for the Xbox One, and you're missing out on what came out on the PS4, and if something came out for the PS1 the Xbox One that you wanted to play, and you have a PS4, then you're missing out. Um, I can kind of understand, Halo because it was actually on the Xbox first, but I just think that that should be faded out a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got a question. Pretty well, same concept. Um, you had an Xbox before.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the Xbox Live Arcade and like how you could get arcade games with Microsoft points and all
Yeah.
that. Okay, I don't know at all, but do you know how they're gonna set that up?
From what I've heard, they're going to completely remove the Microsoft points. I don't know if it's just like a normal arcade thing, if it's like normal money, like you could buy it normally or whatever. Um, like you could just like it's just like the game's $2, just pay the $2 or whatever. I don't know if it's like that, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Yosh, I'll be right
that's fine
back.
because I'm gonna go eat. I mean, I'll be back, but